All right. Okay. So let's come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. And make an effort to devote the next hour and 15 minutes or so to your yoga practice. I know we're even though our activities have calmed down, I think that our minds are going a mile a minute, trying to figure out how to cope, what's next, what's going to happen next. All of this angst in the entire world. So we're truly living through a unique time. And thank God for our yoga practice. So just find some length in your spine here. Try and soften the legs. And close your eyes. And really make an effort to come inside. You've heard the phrase, yoga is a work-in, not a workout. And outside, especially now that we're not together in class, just focus on yourself. Focus on the sensations that you feel. Focus on the benefits of your poses. And focus on your breath. Never stop breathing. Try to breathe in and out the nose through the whole class if you can. And just quieting down a little bit. Stare at the dark space in front of your eyelids. And just feel the breath. Maybe deepening the breath a little bit. We want to oxygenate the body. We know that deep breathing is very important for the lymphatic system, for increasing lung capacity, and for oxygenating the body. If you set an intention for your practice, now is a good time to do that. Set it and forget it. Let it lay in the right soil of your subconscious as we continue our yoga practice. So we're going to be using a strap today in a lot of our poses. And no matter what level we're at when we're doing yoga, a strap or any prop really, but today we're using a strap, can help us realize the full potential of the pose without compromising the spine. So, we can use extra length in our arms. It extends our arms. We've got better alignment, deeper stretch because we've got support. All right. So we sometimes, unfortunately, we think of straps as crutches, and they're not. They're our friends. They're our helpers. Okay. We can experience the fullness of the pose without compromising the spine, which is really, really important. So let's start out with neck exercises. Now, you don't have to do this, okay? But I'm going to place my strap around my head, and I'm going to very gently now, just because we have a strap doesn't mean we're going to crack our head off our bodies. Okay, lower the left ear to the left side. Keep the chest and the hips facing forward. And maybe press the right hand down into the mat, increasing that stretch. Hold here for 2 rounds of breath. And bringing the head to center, place the strap around the back of the neck. And instead of pulling like this, gently pulling out to the sides. Oh, feel that deep stretch. Sit up straight. When I was driving up, I was, as I was passing cars, I was looking behind me, and one time I turned my head and I hit this loud crack. So it's a good thing I exercised my neck, or my head would have fallen off. Feel that stretch all the way up behind the ears. Really good stretch here. One last inhale and exhale. And then taking the strap in the right hand and gently moving the right ear toward the right shoulder, pressing the left hand down, increasing that stretch on the left side. Couple rounds of breath right here. And bringing the head to center, just setting aside the strap for a moment. Let's make big arm circles here. Want to make sure that we are paying attention to the range of motion in this joint. Shoulder joint's so important for everything that we do. Okay, if you got shoulder issues, just be careful. This is a nice non-weight-bearing way to monitor and maybe increase our range of motion. The next time your hands are down, just pause for a second and then go the other way, okay? I'm kind of scooping my chest open and then rounding my back. You don't have to. Sort of a mini cat and cow move here. Couple more. And last one. And then just bring your hands to your thighs just for a moment and check out what's happening in your arms. Do you feel any sensations? How do your shoulders feel? Take a nice breath in and out here. I'm going to use my strap again for lateral bend. So I'm going to bring my hands out into a long Y and pulling gently on my right hand now helps me to come right over. My left arm is supported. So keep your chest to the front. We don't want to twist here. The only thing to watch out for is not compressing the side body that's bending too much. So we don't want to do this. Okay, keep it open. We want to keep those, get a little space in between those ribs, opening up those intercostal muscles, and then just floating back and forth. Oftentimes we focus so much on moving forward that we're neglecting our side body, and we don't want to do that. So two very critical movements of the spine here, laterals right and left. This is something you probably can't do in Walmart, in the line at Walmart. One more to each side. And come on up. Just engage muscular energy now. Feel all the muscles in the arms hugging onto the bone. You don't have to. If your arms are tired, you could put them down. And come on down. Oh, God, I hope my feet aren't too dirty. Oh, well. Oh, shake out your legs a little bit and come into staff pose. So staff pose, very simple, elegant pose. Placing the fingertips on the mat, The shoulders are back and down. Legs are active. Legs are engaged. Really great for your posture, for spinal health. And remember, any forward fold is all about patience and acceptance. So I'm going to use my strap, okay? Again, you don't have to. Depends on your flexibility. But just kind of play with it a little bit. Notice how much easier it is to find that length in the spine, to sit up straight when you've got the support of the strap here. We're much less likely to do this, okay? No matter what position we're in yoga, we want the spine to be long and the shoulders to be back and down. So on an inhale, we find the length in the spine. On an exhale, we can kind of climb down the strap a little bit, okay? The other thing we can do is you don't have to have the strap ends together. Okay? You can do them individually, which I really like. And I pull out at an angle, okay? So inhaling, finding that length, exhaling, bowing over the legs. For the first half, I guess I'll say, we're going to come down with the head and neck in alignment. Take a moment to notice where the sensations in the body are. Breathe into those areas where you feel the sensations. And as we inhale, we lengthen again. And perhaps on the exhale, we come a little bit further. Feel the back of those legs. Now, the goal of a forward fold is the spinal flexion forward. Okay? So when we get to our edge, we can round the back, round the head a little bit, and still be, I'm pulling quite strongly on my straps here. Keep my feet flexed, keep the legs engaged, and then kind of clear your focus for a moment and bring your attention to the tops of your quadriceps. Try to relax the tops of the quadriceps. You notice very nuanced movement that your lower back may release, and you may be able to flex forward even more. So it's not about how far we come down. It's about getting that maximum flexion forward. Let your back round now. Look down at your legs. And on the next inhale, come on up. Nice and gently roll that spine up. Good for the hamstrings. And then take that left sole of your left foot. Doesn't matter where it goes. It can go on your shin. It can go on the inside of the thigh. Make sure that right foot is flexed. Again, you can use the strap. We're going to do head to knee or head to toe on each side. And the approach is just like we did before. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, coming over the leg. Feel that stretch. Let the quadriceps soften. I feel this all the way from my ankle to my glute, okay? And again, letting the spine flex forward. Rounding up, gently taking that strap off the right leg, changing to the left. Maybe you want to shake out your legs a little bit. Sole of the right foot against the left leg, anywhere that you feel is comfortable. And deliberately taking a breath in through the nose and lengthening up. Coming forward with a flat back at first. Feel the sensations. Let that quadriceps soften. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and flexing forward. Let the crown of your head come right down to the leg, right toward the leg. Feel the sensations. Bring your focus to the quadricep. Let it soften, soften, soften. Couple rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, coming up. And we're going to go into cow face, which is sometimes a difficult pose. So if you don't want to go into cow face, you can just take a comfortable seated position. So in cow face, we try and stack the knees, okay? So my knees are pretty far apart, but I'm trying to get my right knee on top of my left knee, okay? Taking a hold of the feet, pulling them away from each other. Try and get both sit bones on the floor, okay? So in this pose, for instance, I'm going to just concentrate on my right leg, my top leg, and I'm going to put the strap around the top of my foot. Bring it around. I have it around to my back, and my right hand is got a hold of the strap. Now, I could never bring my foot this far back without the strap, okay? That increases the stretch in the left glute, right glute, okay? Both of my sit bones are on the mat. What's nice about this is your left hand is free, okay? So we're going to raise that left hand and bring our palm right to the nape of our neck, okay? A little bit of a tricep stretch. Now the other thing you can do in cow face is eagle arms, okay? I'm not doing that because I wanted to demonstrate the use of the strap on the top leg. One more inhale and exhale right here. This is a pretty good deep stretch on the right side. And then releasing that strap or just unwinding the legs. Let's go the other way. Bring the left knee on top of the right knee. Oh man, I can really sense the difference in this. I thought my other side was bad. Okay. I'm going to put this strap around the top of my left foot. My left foot's on the top. And I'm going to bring the strap around to my back. Now I actually have my left knuckles on the mat, and I'm just pulling this left foot back, okay? Pulling the left foot back, trying to keep the feet flexed. Oh, feel the stretch. Feel the stretch in the glute. Awesome. Can rock from side to side to shift the sensation around a little bit. Kripalu is a big promoter of making micro movements in the pose, sort of exploring how would it feel if I did this, how would it feel if I did that, okay? And one more inhale and exhale here. And then taking the strap, putting the strap aside just for a moment, bring the soles of the feet together. So I'm going to put my pillow back here. This raises my hips a little higher than my knees, makes it really easy to sit in this pose. Now, if you want to, you can take your strap around the sort of the feet here, okay? And you can, I knew I was going to screw myself up this way. One thing you can do is put it around your neck, okay? And sit up nice and tall. All right, so I'm totally supported by the strap is on the back of my neck. I'm leaning back into the strap. Feels really good. I feel completely supported. Allows me to take advantage of the passive stretch in the inner thighs. And it reminds us, especially, you know, depending on how taut your strap is, to stay upright, the shoulders down and back, okay? Now, the other thing we can do is, as we inhale and lengthen, we feel the strap engaged more and more. As we come forward, if you want to, so I have my strap actually through the buckle here, okay? I'm sort of helping myself to come down, 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 okay? All the time feeling the increasing stretch in the inner thighs, looking down at the floor. My hands are around my toes, although they could be anywhere at this point. The strap is totally supporting me. And as I inhale and lengthen out this way, exhaling, coming down. So looking straight down at the floor, rounding my back now. Strap getting smaller and smaller. And then you can release that strap from around the feet. Come on up. Woohoo! And sorry, I did something out of sequence. That's why I picked up the strap again. Okay, let's do some hip rolls. Again, you can be in cobbler, or you can be in easy pose, crisscross. Actually, I like this better. Okay. So sticking with the hips, just rocking from one buttock to the other, coming down as far as you want to, looking down at the floor, trying to keep the head and neck in alignment with the spine. Let yourself be heavy when you're down here. Really let your spine flex, let the hips stretch, feel the sensations. The next time we're up at the top, just pause for a moment, put your shoulders back and down, and then make your rotation in the opposite direction. It's kind of a mesmerizing feeling. Can get into a meditative state here. And come to center. And we're going to practice boat with our strap. So for me, the hardest part about boat is having my spine stay long while still elevating my legs. I have a tendency to do this, right? So we don't want to curve like that. But when I use a strap in boat, I can modify that. So if we put the strap on the balls of the feet, can do a couple different things. So I'm still leaning. You see, I'm still leaning back, but now I'm going to straighten my spine. I'm going to bring my legs up. Engage the abs. Make sure the spine is not curved. All right. I cannot do this, or I don't want to do it, without a strap. So my strap is holding my legs up for me. I'm getting all the abdominal work in boat. Does not diminish that work at all. Okay. You can hold the pose as long as you want. Again, looking in your mirror, making sure that your back is straight. It's not easy. And then rocking forward, coming down. Now, before we stand, I want to show you something. Annie and I were talking, I think it was last week, about keeping the shoulders back. Okay, it's so important to keep our chest open, create space for breath, keep those shoulders back. This you can do in Walmart. Okay, every time you feel yourself going like this, we want to straighten up. So one thing we can do, and you can wear this around the house if you're desperate, right? Put the strap around the back of your neck. Okay, bring it underneath your armpits. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to cross the straps at my back, and I'm going to pull. Feel your shoulders go exactly where they should be. Now my strap is just a hair too short to buckle in the front, but even holding the ends of the strap right here, your shoulders feel very comfortable and steady. They're being brought back. Your chest is open. Okay, I call this angel wings. Angel wings. It's a really good feeling. Check it out. Okay. So I'm going to stand. I'm going to move my mat back. It seems like I'm so far away from the camera when I do that, but that's what we got to do so you can see me. Take a drink. Okay. And, okay, good. Bring my coffee over. Let's put our straps up right above our knees. Okay. So I definitely want mine to be, this is one where you probably want to be, have it fastened, okay? So these are really nice because they're, well, most of the straps are adjustable, okay? So we're gonna go into Tadasana with our strap right above our knees and pressing out, okay? So pressing the feet out gauges the whole medial side of the muscles, all the way down from the hips to the ankles. So feel that nice active muscle, okay? So sometimes when we use a block, we press backwards. We're doing the same thing here, letting the lower body be totally grounded, letting the upper body be buoyant and light, okay? So let's just hang here for just a moment in Tadasana. Really push into those straps that keeps the legs active. Try and soften the buttocks a little bit. And again, from, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about not tipping the tailbone too radically. Find a good balance here, okay, where you're not sticking out your butt or rounding your back too much. And then bringing the abs in and up. Let's open up our palms to the universe and just gather some chi here, breathing in deeply and breathing out. And now, just easily lengthening my strap here. I'm going to extend my stance to the point, and again, right above the knees. Then extend my stance. I'm pushing the straps away again, okay? So I'm pressing down on the outer edges of my feet to round up the arches. Okay, standing up straight, inhaling, lengthening, keeping that strap taut now with your legs. Come on down halfway. Back flat, neck and head in alignment. Now we can bring our hands back, palms up, Raise the arms, engage those triceps. Oh, feel that muscle. Nice deep breaths here. Feel that tricep. And on your next exhale, come on down, crown of the head toward the floor. I'm not going to move mine that way because of the microphone. Flexing the spine as much as we can, increasing length in the spine, all the while pressing that strap out. Feel your legs, they're so active with the pressure of that strap there. It really reminds us to keep the legs active. Coming down, 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 flexing, flexing, flexing the spine. Patience and acceptance. Take a look at your arches. Press the outer edges of the feet to round up the arches. Nice deep breaths, getting that mini inversion, blood coming to the head and the face, nourishing the hair, keeping our eyes nice and bright. One more round of breath right here. And you can bend your knees a little bit or toe heel in a little bit, bending the knees. I'm going to bend my knees and round up. And come out of the strap. So the next pose is going to evolve. I just want you to be really, really careful here, okay? I'm going to hang on to my little table here and can do this a couple different ways. So if you're got your strap, we're going to put the top of our foot in the strap so we can bring that hand to the shoulder, okay? Bring the knees together, hand to the shoulder, pulling up, pressing the knee down. Huge quad stretch right here. Okay. Now, if you're really, really stable, I'm not sure I would even try this without a support. So I'm hanging on to my table. I am going to go into dancer, okay, where I'm pulling the strap forward and my foot is pushing the strap backwards, getting a back bend, still a huge quad stretch, and holding that for as long as you want and very gently coming back down. All right, I've tried to do that without hanging on to anything, and I could have broken my leg very easily. So please, please, please be careful. Okay, let's try that on the other side. Let's see, I think I'm going to bring a chair in. So speaking of chair, next week is chair yoga for Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to go to the right foot now, bring the loop on the top of the foot, bring my right hand all the way to my shoulder, okay? Holding the strap, bringing the knees together now, okay? Pressing the right hip forward, getting a huge quad stretch here, okay? And again, evolving into dancer, we tip forward, hang on, tip forward. Woohoo! See what I mean? If I didn't let go of the strap, I would have screwed my leg up, okay? So we got to be very careful. I'm going to try that again. If I can't do it, then I'll stop. Okay. Pressing that right foot out, back bend, scooping that back out. My standing leg is getting a huge stretch. Okay. evolving quad stretch into dancer. Okay. All right. I'm gonna lengthen my strap a little bit. I'm putting my right heel, let's see, yeah, my right heel on the strap, okay? And holding it, my hand is like almost at the back of my knee. Coming into a warrior one stance, okay? So all of the particulars of warrior one still stand. You can angle your foot. I'm used to doing my warrior ones with my toes both oriented forward, okay? But the trick here is to center the weight so that the left quadricep is not doing all the work, okay? The more stable we are, the more flexible we are. That left leg can go forward, but we don't want to dump into that quadricep by doing this. You want to be upright in the center and press the heel down on that strap. Now I have both hands behind my back, opening up the chest, pressing that right hip flexor forward, and really getting a lot of juicy sensation up that straight leg. Okay, abs in and up, tip the tailbone just a hair, and then hanging on to the strap. Now we come forward into humble warrior. Bringing your left, bringing your left ear close to your left leg. And very gently keeping the same bend in the front leg now. Coming back, pressing that right heel into the strap. Gives warrior one a whole new meaning. And then loosening the grip on the right leg. Let's go to the left leg. Stepping the heel. So I've got the strap here, big loop. I'm going to step on the strap with my left heel. Bringing my right leg forward, starting to get that grip around my left knee. Okay, so same principles. Right knee over the shoelaces. Don't let it flop in. Open this hip flexor here. Abs in and up, shoulders back and down. That's one advantage in hanging onto the strap with both hands. My shoulder blades are coming together. I might even get a little bit of a back bend. And check that front knee. A little bit of a balance challenge here without our arms to balance us. Press that left heel down. Okay, whether your toes are forward or at an angle. And gently loosen this, oh no, loosen your hold. Make sure your right knee is straight over your ankle, coming down into humble warrior. Keep that left heel pushing into the strap, looking down at the mat or back behind you. Try and take another round of breath right here. And then slowly maintaining that bend in the right leg. Come on, back up. Feel those sensations in that back leg. And loosen that strap. And get a drink of water. Okay. So I'm going to put down our strap for a moment, shake out everything. Nice wide, well, not a wide stance here, but doesn't have to be too wide. Okay. Again, find a good balance for that tailbone, abs in and up. Bring the arms out, shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down. Imagine energy streaming out both sets of fingers. 5-pointed star. Again, press into the outer edges of your feet. Activate those legs. And then bringing the left foot in. Again, move over a little bit. Bringing the left foot in for shooting star. Flex that left foot. Challenge yourself. Come on down as far as you can. Keep those arms out straight. Maybe you get your leg to parallel with the floor. And come on back. Shake out the arms, legs. Start 5-pointed star again. Feel your ribs, feel your shoulders, feel the outer edges of your feet. And then bringing that right foot in just for a moment and lifting it. I went way too fast. Lifting it and challenging your balance on the other side. Leg may be parallel to the floor, maybe not, doesn't matter. Holding that right leg out. Bring the abs in and up. That's the center of balance. And come on down. And bringing the arms down. Let's just take a couple of breaths. Compare the sides of your body, the right and left side of your body. How does that feel? Rotate the wrists here. Both wrists. And go the other way. And then come to center and just open and close the hands, stretching the skin between the fingers. When I was doing my 5-day drive, boy, did my hands get tired. Had to remind myself not to have a death grip on the steering wheel. Okay. So one more balance pose. And can use the strap or not. So let's bring all of our weight onto the right leg. And I'm going to practice tree with a strap. Now, remember in tree, we can pick our stance. We can be in cat stance, that is on the ball of the left foot. We can just flex that foot, bring the knee up so the thigh is parallel, or turn the leg out. Now, if you don't have your leg turned out, you're not getting the hip opening here. That's okay, all right, because we're still practicing our balance. And let's get the, the bottom half of the body stable before we start, screwing around with our arms, okay? If you want to try the strap method, again, just be careful while you're getting into position. What I do is I bring the strap around the outside of my left foot. I'm going to hang on for a moment. And I bring that leg up so that my ankle, my left ankle, is in my right hip crease. Okay? Now, the more I point my left knee to the side and down, the more I'm opening this hip. This is tough on the right standing leg, okay? But that's one way that we can use the strap. The other way, if I can do this, is to put the strap all the way around to your, so that your left fist is in the side, okay? So you can really bring this leg up, bring that strap across your back. Oh, my ankle is really killing me today, okay? And you can bring your right arm up. So straps are our friend. Challenge yourself. My right leg is about to burst into flames, so I will lower my left leg, shake out the legs, and let's try tree on the other side. I'm going to have a little helper here. So finding my weight on my left side, bringing the side of my, or it's really on the top below the toes, and bringing my right heel all the way to my left hip. Okay. So if both hands can be in front, I kind of got them clasped over my left hip, or again, be super careful. Okay, bringing that strap around my back and being able to point my knee away and down, opening that right hip flexor. And maybe bringing my left arm up. Get some length in the spine. Open up that left armpit. And tree with a strap. And coming down, shaking out the legs. Okay. So we did a bunch of spinal flexion and extension. We did some laterals. Before we go down to the mat, let's do some twists. So at Kripalu, they call this empty coat sleeves. And just be careful of the sideward action of the knee. I lift my heel so that that knee is not compromised. So when I'm right, my left heel is up. When I'm left, my right heel is up. One of the keys, if we're not tapping our kidneys or our abdomen, is to really challenge yourself to make your arms as loose as you can get. Really surrender. So surrender in yoga doesn't mean give up, right? Like a war battle. What it means is allowing whatever is happening to happen. So don't try to control your arms. Again, all you want to make sure is that you probably don't want to close your eyes and want to protect those knees. Now, if we do want to exert a little bit more control over our arms, we may lift them. I am lifting my back, well, both of them really. One to tap my abdomen and one to tap my kidneys. All right, so now I'm right lifting so I can get that kidney area. Otherwise, I just let my arms go and it feels really delicious. And slowing down, let's come back into Dasana. You can use your strap or not. Let's just come back down here. I'm actually going to use my strap for this last standing pose, because after all, this is our strap class. Okay. So that's a little, it's interesting. You think that your strap is giving you the right width for your feet, and it isn't. So, that feels good. Really feel Tadasana from the ground up. kind of float on your feet. Feel the 4 different corners of your weight. Or distribute your weight evenly. Press out. That engages all the leg muscles. Abs nicely in and up. Bottom half of the body grounded to the earth. Open the chest, maybe face the palms forward. Oh, I love Tadasana. Speaking of mountains, on my way up here, I drove through the Smoky Mountains. Just gorgeous, good for the soul. Let's take another inhale. Keep the shoulders down. Bring the hands together. If your shoulders are okay with that, bring the palms together. Just float down to the chest. Pressing the palms together. Landing once again on the yoga mat. Nice deep breath in and out right here. Okay. Let's come down to our knees. I'm going to bring my blanket back so I can kneel on it. And let me think. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if my strap is long enough. So we're going to do camel. And I'm going to put my ankles, my strap, right in the front of my ankle. No, my strap's not long enough. Okay. So if you have a long strap, you can actually put the strap around your neck so that you're kind of being supported as you go into camel. Okay, my strap's not long enough. Okay. So we'll do camel. I have to think about this a minute. Okay. Okay. To do another extension of the spine, which is a back bend. Okay. So pressing the hip flexors forward, the knees are almost touching, not quite. Inhaling the left arm up, trying to keep at least the right shoulder facing forward, coming down, placing the left fingers on the left heel. Now you can raise your heels by coming up on your toes. Okay. So nice back bend. We're not looking at the ceiling. The farthest we're looking is the break between the ceiling and the wall. Okay. Letting that spine extend backwards. If full camel's in your practice, you can do that. Taking a couple breaths here, keeping the chest open. Bring your right arm, open up the front of that right shoulder as well. And nice and gently coming back up, straightening the spine. And inhaling the right arm up, bringing the right fingers to the right heel. I can find it, opening up that left shoulder. So I can bring my palm forward or to the side, opens up that left shoulder, keeping the head and neck in alignment with the spine, pressing the hip flexors forward. Opens the shoulders, opens the heart. And come on out, bring that arm around. Let's go into child's pose to counteract that extension. Knees together or apart, round the back. Oh, nice. Little flexion forward. Breathe into the back of your lungs. Very important. Deep, deep breaths. Just resting for a moment, countering the back bend. And on an inhale, coming up, let's go down to our backs. bring my mat a little closer again. Don't feel so far away. And come on all the way down. Let your back flatten out against the mat. Really feel that support. Take a nice breath. And bringing the soles of the feet together, bring your strap around the feet. Okay? So this is a nice, tight little loop because we want to bring the soles of the feet together, supine bound angle. You can use your hands too, but if you've always struggled with getting your hands around your feet, now is a good time to use that strap. Enjoying the stretch in the inner thighs. And there's also a little isometric happening with the arms. It's very gently now. Let that strap lengthen. And putting the strap around the right foot, the ball of the right foot. You can either have your left leg bent or straight. I'm going to straighten mine. Make sure that the left foot is flexed. And bring that leg, plant that footprint right up on the ceiling. I've got a bend in my knee because my hamstrings are so tight. It's very difficult for me to do this with a straight leg. But I'm pulling out, if you notice, out at an angle on the straps. I'm not pulling directly down. So this kind of minimizes the force. You don't really want to force anything. We're just supporting the leg so we can take advantage of the stretch. One more round of breath here. And loosening that grip a little bit, taking the strap in your right hand, bring the right leg down. Now, if your leg goes to the floor, all right, you want to raise it up a little bit, okay? Because we're really, we're not getting the stretch in the muscle if it's relaxing on the floor too much. Now, having said that, we want to try and soften that leg so that the muscle can get the signal from the brain that it's okay to stretch. All right, so it's not, it's not contracting. So remember to keep that foot flexed. Keep tension on the strap with your right hand. And breathe into the area where you feel the most sensation. Keeping both buttocks on the mat. And letting the rest of your body soften. Finding ease in the pose. Nice and gently bringing that foot up now, transferring the strap to the left hand. You're going to pull the right leg to the left. Be really careful, soften your buttocks here. Now the more you pull your foot towards your face, this way, okay, the more you're going to feel it in the IT band. All right. So again, I have a little bend. It's a big bend. I have a bend in my knee. I'm just letting the weight of my left arm pull that foot over and up. Feeling that in your right buttock comes off the mat, that's okay. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, don't overdo it. That IT band is strong mixture of fascia and connective tissue, all the way from the pelvis to the below the knee. Notorious area for pain. And bring that foot up. Whoop. One more stretch up. Again, I'm pulling out at an angle. I can really feel that in my hamstring. And letting that right foot come down. Same thing on the other side. You may see the difference here between sides. Hamstring might be a little bit more amenable on one side than the other. Just pulling the foot down. Getting that great stretch up the back of the leg. Let's move to the inside of the leg, taking the strap in the left hand. Again, if your leg comes all the way down, lift it up a little bit. Keep flexing that foot. You see the stretch moves to the inside of the thigh. Both buttocks on the mat. A little bit of tension in the left arm. Holding on to that strap. Breathe as if you could breathe right into that inner thigh. And feel, notice what deep breathing does to the stretch. Just observing without criticism. One more round of breath here, letting that muscle soften and release. Nice and gently raising that leg, bringing the left foot over to the right, left buttock lifts. Make sure your shoulders are down, your back is flat, your upper back is flat. Feeling that IT band all the way from here to just below the knee. Yikes. Try and let the rest of the body soften. The right hand, just using the weight and gravity in the right hand to pull the left leg over. Try and soften the buttocks, soften, soften, soften. Let that muscle release. And bringing that leg now perpendicular to the floor, just for a second. And releasing that leg very gently, don't let it snap out. Bring both knees into the chest, feet are flexed, press the thighs right into the abdomen, stimulating those organs and receiving the heads of those femurs right in the hip sockets. And rock from side to side, get a little massage. Rock all the way, even your head, side to side. And coming to center. Going to happy baby, one last hip stretch. Soften the tops of those legs. Flex the feet. You can rock from side to side in this position as well. Nice deep breaths. We got a lot of room for belly breaths here. And very gently letting those feet go, bringing the shins parallel to the floor now. Feet are flexed. You can go either way for a spinal twist. I'm going to come to the left first toward the camera. Watch that back. The more your legs are bent, the more intense the stretch is. Most important thing is not to have the knees on the floor, but to have the shoulders on the mat. So if your knees are up here, that's okay. Once your shoulder starts coming off the mat, back off. Okay, put a pillow or blanket underneath here. If you can come all the way over with both shoulders on the mat, you can look right. If your legs are to the left, then put your left hand on the thigh, pressing down ever so gently, breathing into the twist. I'm going to leave you here for 3 rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, coming to center, just rocking from side to side for a moment and bringing your legs over to the other side, remembering that the shoulder blades on the mat is the thing, not the knees on the floor. Breathe right into the side body. Eyes are on the ceiling or out to the outstretched hand. And I'll leave you for 3 rounds of breath here. And coming back to center, maybe you want to do some more rocking or full body stretch. Coming into your favorite position for final meditation. So you know the drill. Get settled. Integrate the observations, the things that you've learned in today's practice, the things that you've noticed, and just take the 5 minutes left in the class to really remain on the mat. We got plenty of time all day to worry and obsess and be busy. So close your eyes gently and just relax. Feel a golden ball of energy. We're starting at the solar plexus, radiating golden light. Golden light spreads upward through the chest, the heart space, to the chin, the jaw, softening the face, allowing the corners of the mouth and the eyes to droop towards the floor. Feeling the whole face relax, feeling the head relax, fully supported by the earth. Noticing that golden light spreading through the shoulders, down the arms to the elbows, through the lower arms and the wrists, into the palms of the hands. Really focus on the palms of the hands and the energy there. Golden light of energy from the solar plexus all the way to the fingers. And feel now that light seeping into the abdomen and the hips, into the upper thighs and knees, the lower legs. And feel the sensations as that light reaches the soles of the feet. Golden light of energy from the solar plexus chakra, all the way from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Start to deepen your breath, coming back into awareness. But before moving, just take a moment to recall your intention, or take a moment to send out some loving kindness, healing energy to your peeps, to your family, your friends. So grateful that we can connect wherever we are, New York, Indiana, Lake Tahoe, wherever we are, in the hospital and out of the hospital. Start noticing the sensation in your hands and feet. Maybe making small movements, rocking your head from side to side. Coming up into a comfortable seated position or not. If you're seated, just finding length in that spine again. And let's gather some chi from the universe. Get that nice, fresh, new energy. Bringing that energy into the body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. And pushing away everything we no longer need. Things that do not serve us well anymore. Bringing the hands back together in front of the heart and saying namaste. Thanks for coming, everybody. Again, it's always my pleasure to see you at Zoom Yoga.
Hey, Kathy, that was neat. Good class, Kathy.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy Mendoza.
Really love the tree with the strap.
Woo! I almost broke my leg.
I like that.
Okay, next week is chair yoga. You know that what that means. It could either be gentle or not. So come for
chair yogas are usually pretty hard.
I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I mean, that is the notion of chair yoga, right? So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.